Hello. 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 So today we are going to discuss operations on data structures. There are good number of operations in data structures. So I will list out to you. So can you observe this page? Operations on data structure. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are good number of operations, like 6 different operations we are going to perform. The first one is traversing. Write it on the book. Traversing. And next, searching. Don't write the next content or the definition part of the traversing. First, identify what are various operations. Then, once I discussed, anyway, this particular notes is supposed to be sent to you through Edmodo, so you can observe. Okay. So, traversing, searching, inserting, deleting, sorting, and merging. So, out of all these 6 different operations, you people are already found or informed about these 2 operations, like inserting and deleting. So as part of discussing about the stacks and queues and linked list, we've been discussed about inserting and deleting. Inserting and deleting means adding an element to the data structure is called as an inserting, and deleting an element from the data structure, whatever be the kind of data structure it is nothing but deleting. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if it inserting operation, it is used to add new data items to the given list of data items. So already if there are new items are present, already there are some items are present in the data structure. You are supposed to add a new item to it. It is called as inserting an element. Suppose the data structure is empty. So far no elements are added. Now if you try to insert an element or a new data element into the data structure, so that becomes the first element. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Suppose no elements are present in the data structure, whether it is a stack or a queue or a linked list or a tree. Now you are supposed to try to insert an element into the data structure. Then that is, first we check the condition whether the stack is full or not. What I told you in the previous classes, while inserting a particular element into the data structure, you must check the condition, that is queue is full or not. Can you add a new element into the data into the data structure when the queue or stack it is full? Any particular data structure, it is supposed to treat it as a stack. Can you able to add a new element if the stack is already at full
No,
condition? It is not possible.
No, sir.
So while inserting
No,
an
sir.
element into the stack, or while performing an operation that is inserting onto the stack or a queue, first we must check the condition that is full. So full means, so how to check the conditions? Once the data size is defined and you are inserting max -1 elements, then ultimately the any particular data structure is supposed to be full. So that's what the condition we have to check, that is for inserting. Whereas in the case of deleting, while trying to delete an operation on a particular data structure, it means that you are trying to remove a particular data element which is already present in the data structure. We are trying to remove. So like if somebody got retained in the 1-2, if you want to enter into the 2-1 list, so if you detained students and numbers, we are supposed to delete from the list of sections. That is 1-2 list lonchi, we are supposed to delete the list of students who got detention. But at this time, you people are having purely online classes, so there won't be any detention. All the students are supposed to be promoted to the next semester. But if physical classwork is happening, if some student is absent for more than 40%, then he will get only 60% attendance. If he gets 60% attendance, his name is supposed to be deleted. So deleting is nothing but we are trying to remove a particular data element from the given collection of data items. So what condition we are supposed to check when you going to perform deleting operation? What condition we are supposed to check prior to delete an element from the stack or queue?
Whether
the stack of queue is
or not.
empty or not.
Empty or not. If it is empty, we cannot do any delete operation. We cannot perform any delete operation. If there are some elements are present, even more than one or more than one, then definitely we can delete an element. Otherwise, it cannot be possible. Are we clear about inserting and deleting now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
Next, we'll go back to the top one, that is traversing. Traversing means accessing all the data elements that are present in the data structure exactly once in a time. And traversing, we are supposed to access all the elements one by one. So for that, example is to print name of all the students in a class. So one by one, roll number 1, we print first roll number 1, and then 2, then 3, then 4, like that. When 1, 2, 3, like that, we are supposed to print all the students' details when the data is sorted. So sorting is supposed to be performed prior to traversing, or sometimes for traversing there is no need to sort, but towards printing all the names of the students in a systematic approach, we are supposed to do or perform sorting operation prior to traversing. Traversing means accessing all the data elements exactly once in a particular data structure. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. Next one is searching. So searching an operation, that means we are about to find out the location of the object in a location of the data element in a particular data structure. I think yesterday I shown you what actually searching means. There are 2 different searching techniques I've been shown to you. One is linear search and the other one is which one?
Binary search.
Binary search. You people need to write what are all the topics that are discussed in the each and every classes. Like yesterday we discussed about 2 different data structures. One is 2 different searching techniques. One is linear search and the other one is binary search. I will show you the anyway, next topic towards discussing data structure is searching only. So, as part of searching technique, we are supposed to discuss 2 different topics. One is linear and the other one is binary. Linear means we search each and every element in a data structure. If it is 10 different elements in a data structure, we start from A of 0 to A of 9. So 10 elements means A of max minus 1, that is 9. So
ఒకరు మాట్లాడారనుకో ఎవరు మాట్లాడుతుందా తెలియదుగా
hello, who is talking in between? All of you please mute except class representatives. The other students are supposed to mute the mic. Okay. So traversing, searching means in linear search, we are supposed to access all the elements one by one. If a particular element is found, a particular element is supposed to be searched, then wherever that particular element position comes, we are supposed to return the success, search as success. Otherwise, if you are not finding any particular element on the data structure for the searched element, then we return it is a unsuccessful. So like that, we've been using the operation that is searching. Anyway, the next topic is searching itself. And next one is sorting. So this is most important in a particular data structure. In any particular data structure, all your names as well as all your names are list of names. See, now 129 students are there in the list. How you people are separated? 65 in one class or 66 in one class, and some categorized. They divided you into two different sections. How did they sorted you? Did they follow any order? Do you expect?
Based on initial, sir.
Based on the initial, like alphabetical order. All the students are arranged in an alphabetical order, and the total number is 129. So they made you into 65 in one class and 65 in the other class. So in class A or section A, the students alphabetical, it maybe starts from A which started, if the A surname is presented for you, then it starts from A to somewhere it ends in M or N, and then from there to the remaining students. Like that, all the students are arranged in the alphabetical order, and we given some number to you, like 1 to 65 in one class and 66 to the rest will be in the other class. So in a particular data structure, sorting is very much important. The data elements can be sorted either in ascending order or in the descending order. Ascending order, already you people are familiar. Anyway, all the students in section A or section B are arranged in ascending order only. So already this particular sorting technique can be familiar with you. Is it okay? And what is the advantage of having all the elements are sorted? Just tell me the advantage of elements are to be sorted in a alphabetical order or some order. Whether it is alphabetical or ascending or descending order. What is the advantage of having it?
We can
Will
easily
be easy, sir.
Yeah? Could you
We
be
can
louder? Be louder. Getting what?
We can easily find, sir.
Easily find a searching element.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you want to search roll number 30. Where do you search? In section A or section B?
Section A.
Section A. Why? Because the roll number 30 is ultimately between 1 to 65.
Okay.
The 1 to 65 is in section A. So if I want a roll number 35 or 30, I directly go to section A, not section B. So does it reduces my effort towards searching a particular element?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So prior to search any particular element, like this particular operation, searching operation, we are supposed to do the operation that is sorting. Once the elements are sorted, it is easy for us towards searching a particular element. Is it clear? Why we are performing the operation that is sorting? Anybody respond? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What we do in sorting?
We can arrange the data items in an ascending order or descending order.
Yes. Now, what is the advantage of it? That's what I'm asking. Searching is easy for us when the items are sorted. When the data elements are sorted, then searching can be easy. So that's what happening. Next one is merging. The last operation we are going to perform on any particular data structure is merging. And that means if two sorted elements are available to us, like now our online class is supposed to be a merging one. Do you agree for that? If your physical class
Sir.
is available for us, how we are supposed to teach you? First, I take either class A or class B class, and I speak. And daily I had two classes. I will have 2 classes. First, I may reach to the people either A or B section students, and next, once I finish that particular class, I may go to the B or A. Is it right? Are you getting my information?
Yes, sir.
So either I have to go to A section students to teach data structures. Once I finish that particular class, I may have to go B section students and teach the same class to them. Okay, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, due to this pandemic situation, Corona, so what we are doing now, we are merging both the sections. Now, how many students are attended? Just see the number participants.
120, sir.
120. That means now both the sections are merged and we are giving a single input to you. Is it clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
that means we are merging 2 different sorted lists, 1 to 65 and 65 to 66 to the rest. So both the section A and section 2 of sorted items are combined to form a single list of sorted data items that has 129. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is nothing but merging of data structure, merging operation in a data structure. Now, I think all you people are written these 6 different items: traversing, searching, inserting, deleting, sorting, and merging.
Yes, sir.
Have you noted it down on the notes?
Yes, sir. Noted.
Okay. Then these are the only operations we are going to perform on your data structures of any kind of data structure, whether it is stack or queue or linked list or a tree or graphs, any particular one, we are going to perform only this number of data structures. So only 6 different operations we are going to have, and inserting and deleting are the major operations. And once the insertion and deletion is over, we are supposed to go for sorting. After sorting, we go for searching. And traversing and elements are nothing but visit all the elements one by one, and merging. Once the sorted elements are available, we go for merging. A link will jusara how different operations are going to be performed. Once inserting and deletion operations are over, we go for sorting the elements, and once the elements are sorted, we go for searching. Prior to go for searching, we go for traversing. That means visit all the elements at a time, one time, and then if the sorted elements are available, then we go for applying the merging concept. Okay, now we'll discuss about the topic that is abstract data type. Anybody respond? Can we move abstract data type now? Is it clear to you? What are various operations?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
ADT was discussed in the 1-2 class as part of your C programming. ADT is nothing but abstract data type. Discuss chesaraya. Data type was known to you, know.
Yes, sir.
But ADT? What about ADT?
No, sir. Tell us, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Then, so data type is known to you. The data type is nothing but there we are having good number of data types like int, character, float, and double. All those are data types. That means what type of data we are supposed to use, and we are supposed to insert. We are supposed to use for all kinds of operations. On a particular data structure is known as data type. Like, you suppose you people are initialized the data type in a particular array as int, then what is the maximum size that we can add? This particular value I am highlighting. Can you observe it?
Yes, sir.
Minus 32768
Yes,
to
sir.
32767. This is the range each and every data type will have some range, and within that particular range we can use the values. Is it clear? So
Yes,
there
sir.
are good number of data types like integer, character, float, and double. So different kinds of data may be stored in the memory. For different kinds of data, we are having different kinds of data types, and data type is nothing but is a variable is the set of values that the variable type can take. ఏదైతే తీసుకుంటుందో that particular information you are supposed to giving it. Next, if it is in the case of character, if it is, and this can be operated within the operators, that is, if you add two different numbers, integer numbers, we use plus, we want to subtract minus, we want to multiply, there is a multiple operator, and we want to divide the one, and we can perform good number of operations using all those data types. So that is as part of data type, this particular one. Then what is abstract? Abstract data type is nothing but what kind of operations we are going to perform on by making use of different data types. Think it as a stack operation, stack data structure. What are various operations we are going to perform on a stack data structure? You are already familiar with it.
Insertion, deletion, display.
Insertion, deletion,
Display.
display. So insertion, there is a technical term in stacks for insertion. Inserting an element into the stack. Push. Push used for inserting an element into the stack,
Yes.
and pop used for
Delete.
inserting an element into the stack, and display is
Deleting.
used for showing the number of elements that are present after performing good number of insertions as well as deletion operations. Antara? As part of it, I shown you a visualization. There we've been adding some elements like by making use of push. Chusara leda adi visualization.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chusara kada at that moment,
Yes, sir.
as
Yes, sir.
part
Yes,
of
sir.
visualization, we entered element like 11 as an element to be inserted, and then we used the operation that is push. But after entering the operation that is push, some kind of operations are arranged, like top is moved from its position, it shows the next position, and element 11 is added into the data structure. But how it is performed, do you have any idea? How it is performed? That means we are supposed to write a concerned program about the operation that is push or function royal kada. So in a particular program like stack program, stack operations, what are basic operations of stack? That is the program title. If that is the program title, there are good number of functions we are supposed to write. Functions in the sense modules. So each and every program will have good number of modules, and modules are nothing but the operations which we are going to perform on a particular stack. What are the different operations? We had good number of operations like push and pop and display. For each and every operation, we had some function. So we are what is a function? We are supposed to tell within the function what kind of operation is supposed to be performed once a particular function is called.
Yes, sir.
Within the programs, program may contain a single function, or program may contain a good number of functions. Good number of functions, each and every function will have a meaning. That means functions are functions we are supposed to write towards performing some kind of operation. Suppose it is in the case of an operation like push, we write for some function. It is in the case of a pop, we write some function. We call those functions whenever it is required.
Yes, sir.
Whenever we are supposed to require it. Suppose we want to insert an element, we call the function that is push. Add one more item, call push. Add one more item, call push. Add one more item, call push. Suppose you want to delete an element from the stack, then we call the function that is pop. once we write it, we are while running the program, can you able to imagine how these things are supposed to be happening? Can it be visible to the program screen? How
No,
the
sir.
push function is called and how the pop function is called అనేది? It is not available. It
No,
was
sir.
available only in the program, not visualization part. We are not supposed to see anything. So now come back to this particular one. That means ఈ paragraph చూడండి. Suppose when we use a stack or a queue, the user is concerned only with the type of data and the operations that can be performed on it. What is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of it? Suppose we use a stack or a queue, the user is concerned only with the type of data and the operations that are supposed to be performed on it. And the data is whether it is an integer data or a character data, all those information can be known to him. And what are operations? By making use of stack, what are operations? Whether it is a push operation or a pop operation or a display operation. That is the only thing the user is concerned, not the rest. So therefore, the fundamentals of how the data is stored should be invisible to the user. Are you this particular screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir, visible.
So the fundamentals of how the data is stored, once you performed good number of push operations, how the data is stored, where the data is stored, can it be visible to you?
No, sir.
No. So that's what happens. అదే దాంట్లో abstract data types లో what is an abstract data structure అంటే, so it is దేనికి
ఫోన్ చేశారు హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్ చెప్పారు కదా దాని అడ్రస్ ఒకసారి చెప్పండి.
ఓకే. Sorry for this. Okay. Are you getting information? ఏమ్మా అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా నేనది?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, in a particular program is nothing but, what is a program actually?
Program is an instruction, sir.
Instructions, a series of instruction అనకూడదు, a series of instructions towards performing a particular task. ఒక టాస్క్ గురించి ఒక టాస్క్ చేయాలి, మనం కంప్లీట్ చేయాలనుకుంటే, see all in the day to day life everything is tasks only, ప్రతిదీ టాస్కే. So towards performing a particular task or towards completing a particular task, we are supposed to write a program. ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాసుకుంటే వెళ్తాం. So in a particular a program is nothing but a series of instructions kada. On the instructions, you can write the program as a series of instructions, or you can write the program in the form of a making use of functions. We divide, function is nothing but modules. We divide each and every module in the form of a function, and we call those functions in the program. Our functions ne call chestam. Here in a particular stack basic operations program, there are good number of functions like push and pop for inserting and deleting the elements. It will call, you people are writing the program and saving the program and running the program. While run the program, you people are highlighting, there may be inserting operation and deleting operation like push and pop. Whenever you people are press the push button, that means the system is about to take input from the user and store it on the, once a new input is given from user, it is going to be stored on the memory. Idena jarugutadi.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you call the function that is push, what the system do? It collects input from the user, like whatever the type of input you people are giving depends upon the data type which is already defined in the beginning of the program. In beginning of the program lo em chestaru, you people are about to mention what type of data type it is, whether it is an integer data type or a character data type. Antena?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
మనం అదే ఇన్పుట్ ఇస్తాం. ద సేమ్ ఇన్పుట్ వీఆర్ సపోజ్ టు గివ్. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇంటిజర్ డేటా టైప్, నేను మొన్న ఇందాక 11 ఇచ్చాను కదా నేను విజువలైజేషన్ లో, 11 is given one time, 22 is given another time, 33 is given another time. What type of data type it is? Integer only?
Yes, sir.
So
Insert.
integer data type is given, but where it was stored in the memory, I used some 5 different inputs. Where it was stored in the memory, can it be visible to me? Or visible to you?
No, sir.
At the time you people
No,
are
sir. No, sir.
also watching it. It may not be visible. That's what here it says. So abstract data type is nothing but it tells you abstract data type is a structure which tells you about the list of operations. Here can highlight chestanu చూడండి. List description. It can be thought as a description of the data in the structure with a list of operations that can be performed on the data within that structure. ఏదైతే ఆపరేషన్స్ మనం చేస్తామో, so all those operations are treated as abstract data types. So defining stack as ADT అన్నాం అనుకో, this is the question you may expect in the examination. Define the stack as abstract data type. That means what are various operations on a stack, and you need to express the operations that are supposed to be performed on stack. ఏం చెప్తాం?
Push, pop.
Push, pop and display all the ADT operations that we are supposed to perform on stack. Suppose in the case of a queue, what is ADT? NQ and
NQ, DQ.
DQ. NQ, DQ and display. So these are the three different operations which we are going to perform, and how these operations are performed may not be visible to us. దాని గురించే come back to here. For example, when we use a stack or a queue, the user is concerned only with the type of data and the operations that can be performed on it. The meaning తెలిసిందయా? Type of data, అంటే whether it is an integer type or character type of data, and the operations that can be performed on it. Stack అయితే push and pop and display are the operations. Therefore, the fundamentals of how the data is stored should be invisible to the user. How the data is stored అనేది it may not be visible to the user. So they should not be concerned on how the methods work or what structures are being used to store the data. What kind of structures that are supposed to be used for storing the data may not be known to the end user. They should just know that work with stacks, they have only 2 different functions that are available to them. I highlighted this particular 2 different functions. One is push and the other one is pop. Anyway, display will be available to each and every data structure. So far it is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for using these functions like push and pop, they can manipulate the data that is stored. Manipulate in the sense either insertion or deletion stored in the stack. Hope you people are clear about it. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want 2 minutes time. 1 minute.
ఆవిడ ఫోన్ చేసి మీరు HDFC
Now is it clear to you? Abstract data type.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then next we move to algorithms. What actually an algorithm means? Anyway, as part of 1-2, you people are studied what a list at the definition of algorithms, and you people are studied the difference between algorithm and a program. Chapala, anybody?
Step by step representation of the program.
Step by step representation or step by step procedure that is to be followed in a particular task. Towards performing a particular task, we are supposed to follow some kind of procedure. We think the procedure prior to write a particular program, we write in the form of a notes. Suppose you people want to go to Tirupati for darshan. What is the procedure to be followed? Suppose you want to go to Tirupati, what kind of procedure you are supposed to follow?
phone number.
I'm asking you, anybody? Feel free. See, a particular class cannot be a only one-sided one. I am supposed to tell everything and you are supposed to only, your duty is only to listen. See, it must be like a two-way communication. I am supposed to tell something to you and you are supposed to discuss. Male CRs, boys.
Sir.
Suppose you people are planning to go to Tirupati for darshan. Write an algorithm
Yes,
for
sir.
that. What kind of procedures you may follow? What are your plans?
Starting with booking
First of all, you are
starting with
supposed
booking
to
railway tickets. Booking railway tickets.
either this way and that way, to and fro railway tickets, and getting a ticket at Tirupati, getting accommodation at Tirupati, then
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and having some free time like 3 or 4 days maybe there. So towards completion this particular one, and ఏది ముందు ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటావు? You are supposed to write in a sequential manner. Suppose you had a reservation from here to Tirupati and Tirupati to here, but you don't get any darshan on that day at Tirupati. Can your program can be successful?
No, sir.
So first of all, what what is the first procedure to be followed at దేంతో మొదలెట్టు? Train tickets and మొదలెట్టు. But train tickets may not be the first thing to be done.
Darshan tickets.
First thing, darshan tickets. Whenever the darshan is available, then accordingly we are supposed to plan for our up and down, either train tickets or bus tickets. Sometimes darshan ticket is available, train tickets are not available. Can you cancel the program?
No, sir.
Huh?
We
No, sir.
move
Instead of that, what we do?
No, sir.
We make other alternative.
Another type of transportation.
Other type of transport. We choose other type of transportation either by bus or either by car. So there are different traveling modes that are available. Like that, by prior to write any particular program for a particular task, we are supposed to write the step-by-step procedure. So this will be the first initiation, that next, then this, then next this, like that. Different procedure we are supposed to write, and that particular procedure is nothing but an algorithm. Like which one is supposed to be completed first, which one to be supposed to next, which one to be supposed to be completed next, like that. So as part of definition, so write the definition for algorithm. It is a formally defined procedure for performing some calculation. Here you can write calculation or you can write some task, performing some task. All of you, write the definition for algorithm. It is a formally defined procedure for performing some calculation or some task. Have you completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So once a procedure, once you people are decided like getting darshan is okay, somebody is promised to you towards getting it, or otherwise you people are booked through online, then you people may think that what way or what transport method do you follow. So for that, you are supposed to use different algorithms. So towards getting it. So once if you combine and this particular, whatever the mode you people are selected, that mode is nothing but, traveling mode is nothing but a particular programming language. towards reaching Tirupati and towards come back from Tirupati. So if a particular procedure is formally defined, then it can be implemented using a formal language, formal programming language, and that particular language is known as a programming language. Is it clear to you? Once the procedure is formally defined, formally, not fixed, tentatively. Once a procedure is tentatively defined, then it can be implemented using a formal language, and such language is known as a programming language. There are good number of programming languages, and as part of second year level, we are dealing with C and as well as C++. You are about to study the data structure subject using C, and simultaneously, as part of 2-1 subjects, you are supposed to study C++ lab, C++ theory, and object-oriented programming using C++. Object-oriented programming language is a fundamental language for Java. So next semester, that is in 2-2, you are supposed to study Java. So there are good number of programming languages, C, C++, and Java. So whatever the kind of language you people may choose, but algorithm is supposed to be the same in each and every algorithm, in every programming language. Algorithm ఒకటే ఉంటుంది. Programming language can be different. And ఇందాకే చెప్పా, what type of programming language? In programming language is something similar to a transport mode. ఒకటి ట్రైన్లో వెళ్ళొచ్చు తిరుపతికి, లేదా కార్లో వెళ్ళొచ్చు, లేదా బస్సులో వెళ్ళొచ్చు, లేదా హ్యాపీలీ సైకిల్ వేసుకున్నా వెళ్ళొచ్చు. You can move. So whatever the kind of programming language they are, but concept is same. Concept ఏంటి అక్కడ? Reach Tirupati and come back from Tirupati. అంతేనా?
Yes, sir.
So ఇక్కడ whatever traveling mode is nothing but just like a programming language. ఏ mode లో వెళ్తాం అనేది depends upon the programming language you people are going to be choose. The most advantageous and most basic level programming language is C only. And do you know that now everybody having laptops and desktops at our home? What is the most common operating system which we people are using on it? Operating systems
Windows,
operating system Windows, whether it is Windows 8 or Windows 10. Windows మాకు 95 నుంచి ఉంది. Windows 95 అని ఒక OS ఉండేది. You people may not be known to you. 95 అంటే Windows 95 అంటే 95 tells you that in the year 1995 it was invented. 1995 నుంచి అప్పుడు ఆ యూస్ Windows 95 అని. సో దాని ముందు కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ నుంచి వాడేవాళ్ళం. సో ఆల్ ద ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ ని దాని మీదే రన్ చేసేవాళ్ళం. ఈవెన్ నౌ ఆల్సో C language running on the by making use of command prompt only. And Windows operating system దేంతో డిజైన్ చేశారో తెలుసా? Which particular programming language is used for designing and developing this Windows operating system? C programming language లో రాశారు Windows operating system. So that is the power of C. That's why it's better to learn C language and better to have good command on C language towards understanding any other programming language. This year, as part of 2-1, you are going to learn 3 different languages. Anyway, 1-2, as part of 1-2, you learn C. This year, as part of C 2-1, you are going to learn 2 more languages. Entavi?
Python object.
Python and C++. So 2 different languages you are supposed to learn, and once you complete 2-1, you are supposed to be familiar with 3 different languages, C as well as C++ and Java. So programming languages are nothing but the transport modes. Whatever be the kind of transport mode you use, but ultimately the goal of any particular language is to write a program and towards performing some particular task. అర్థమైందమ్మా ఇక్కడ వరకును?
Yes, sir.
సో ఇక్కడ algorithm కి ఇంకొక డెఫినేషన్ కూడా ఇస్తున్నాడు. An algorithm provides a blueprint to write a program to solve a particular problem. అసలు మనం blueprint అంటే మనం we are writing a particular program towards solving a particular program itself. ఒక ప్రాబ్లమ్ కి సొల్యూషన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడమే రైటింగ్ ఏ ప్రోగ్రామ్. సో ఒక ప్రాబ్లం అంటే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ అవర్ డే టు డే యాక్టివిటీస్ ఆర్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. వీఆర్ సపోజ్ టు కన్సిడర్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. సి ఒక స్విచ్ ని కనిపెట్టారంటే స్విచ్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ ప్రాబ్లం. లైక్ హౌ టు మేక్ a bulb is supposed to be glow, and we are supposed to give some kind of power connection to it. Adi oka problem hai. A problem ki some designers they have written they found some kind of solution. So here we are supposed to write some programs towards solve a particular problem. And algorithm is considered to be an effective procedure for solving a problem in infinite number of steps. Infinite number of steps ante some programmers they write the program, they solve the problem in few steps only, and some programmers they need more number of steps. What is the best way to minimize the number of steps in a particular program? Best way in there. What is the best way to reduce the number of lines in a program? How to minimize the number of lines or number of steps in a problem?
By applying logic, sir.
Yeah? Be louder.
By applying logic, sir.
The logic is helpful for us towards finding a solution. So, in that logic. What is the way? First, we are supposed to get the tickets of darshan. Then we'll think about train tickets. That is logic. Once we are sure that we are having ticket, but we are not sure that we are having darshan tickets, can you book the tickets? Ticket lo na train tickets unnai kada ani darshan ki Tirupati plan cheyaru evaru. Only thing we are supposed to have darshan tickets. Ante general queue, I am not considering the general queue. I am considering only the morning break darshans or a special darshan tickets. అక్కడికి వెళ్తే we can have if we wait in the queue for about 24 hours we may have darshan, but that is not correct. But suppose when we are supposed to plan for going to Tirupati is when we had darshan tickets in our hands, then we think about train tickets. ఇక్కడ లాజిక్ ఏంటంటే first what to be considered first and what to be considered next and what to be considered next, like that we are supposed to write some procedure. So that procedure is nothing but anyway algorithm towards minimizing the number of steps or number of instructions. Program is nothing but a series of instructions. Towards minimizing it, we are supposed to use good number of functions. Functions ni mano call cheskuntu undali. We are supposed to divide the whole program into module wise, and each and every module will be designed as a function, and we are supposed to call those functions whenever we need it. See, we are for inserting operation, we are calling the function push. Whenever we are supposed to insert an element into the queue, into the stack or queue, we are supposed to call the function that is push or enq. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, algorithms are mainly used to achieve software reuse. So once we have an idea or a blueprint of a solution, we can implement it in any high-level language like either C, C++, or Java. So algorithm is basically a set of instructions that solve a particular program. Okay. All this and what algorithm description and all is mentioned here. You can study as part of your textbook. Okay. And algorithm depend on the time and space complexity of the algorithm. The choice of which particular algorithm is supposed to be used depends upon the time and space complexity of the algorithm. See, in the train, bus, either car or there is another mode to reach Tirupati also. Entity air travel also available. From Vizag to Tirupati, there is a good number of flights, or from Hyderabad to Tirupati also good number of flights are available. Because time and space complexity of the algorithm, that's what mentioned here. So what is meant by time and space complexity of the algorithm? Why should the people are choosing air travel instead of going by bus or train? చెప్పాలి ఎవరన్నా. ఇట్స్ ఎ బేసిక్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అంతే. ఎందుకమ్మా ఫ్లైట్ చూస్ చేసుకుంటాం మనం? తప్పైనా చెప్పండి అమ్మా, ఫీల్ ఫ్రీ. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ సపోజ్ టు, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రాంగ్ ఆల్సో ఐ డోంట్ మైండ్. ఓకే,
Time, sir.
టైం మనకేంటంటే విత్ ఇన్ 1 hour కెన్ ద పీపుల్ ఫ్రమ్ వైజాగ్ టు 1 or 1 hour 30 minutes కెన్ ద పీపుల్ ఫ్రమ్ వైజాగ్ రీచ్ టు తిరుపతి ఆర్ నాట్? అదే ట్రైన్ అయితే దే హ్యావ్ టు స్టార్ట్ Tirumala Express starts in Vizag at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it reaches 5 o'clock in the morning at Tirupati. How many hours? 12 plus 3, that is 15 hours time supposed to be needed to reach Tirupati from Vizag. But ade 1.5 hour lo reach avutunnaru in case of flight. See, time, each and every time and space complexity chadavara as part of 1 2. What is time and space complexity? చెప్పాలి. Yes or no? Just tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir, we can save the time.
Time ఓకేనమ్మా. అంటే ఇక్కడ టైం ఏంటి? If a particular algorithm is processed on a computer system, processed by a computer system, what is the time that is required to perform that particular operation? అంతేనా? దానికి ఎంత టైం పడుతుంది అనేది, హౌ మచ్ టైం ఈజ్ సపోజ్ టు బి రిక్వైర్డ్ బై ద ప్రాసెసర్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ఏ పర్టికులర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, దట్ ఈస్ టైం. అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ స్పేస్ కాంప్లెక్సిటీ? బాయ్, సిఆర్, వాట్ ఈస్ meant by స్పేస్ కాంప్లెక్సిటీ? అంటే ద అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ స్పేస్ దట్ ఈస్ రిక్వైర్డ్ for a particular program on the memory is nothing but space complexity. మనకి తక్కువ టైం పట్టాలి as well as తక్కువ స్పేస్ కూడా పట్టాలి. అంతేకాని ఎక్కువ స్పేస్ పట్టిందనుకో మెమరీలో, it uses more time to run a particular program and it uses more space on a particular memory, then that particular algorithm may not be efficient one. ఇప్పుడు క్లారిటీ వచ్చిందా? Why should we need to have time and space complexity of the algorithm?
Yes, sir.
తక్కువ టైం పట్టాలి రన్ అవడానికి, అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఇట్ ఆక్యుపైస్ ఓన్లీ మినిమం స్పేస్. మినిమం స్పేస్ లో అవ్వాలి. వై? బికాస్ స్పేస్ ఈస్ కన్స్ట్రైన్డ్ ఇన్ ఏ పర్టికులర్ కంప్యూటర్ ఆర్ ఏ సెల్ ఫోన్. యువర్ స్పేస్ ఈస్ కన్స్ట్రైన్డ్ వన్ ఆర్ నాట్? లిమిట్ ఉందా? ఇస్ దేర్ ఎనీ లిమిటేషన్ ఫర్ స్పేస్ ఆర్ నాట్?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ఉంది కదయ్యా మనకి. నౌ ఎవ్రీబడి గోయింగ్ ఫర్ 4 GB ర్యామ్స్. సెల్ ఫోన్స్ అయితే లేదా కంప్యూటర్ సిస్టమ్స్ అయితే 4 GB ర్యామ్స్ తీసుకుంటున్నారు. ర్యామ్ కు కన్స్ట్రెయింట్ ఉందా 4 GB అనేది లేదా 8 GB అనేది?
Yes,
ఎస్.
Yes,
అలాగే
sir.
డేటా స్టోరేజ్ స్పేస్ కూడా ఐదర్ 1 TB ఆర్ 500 GB అంటున్నాం. ఇస్ దర్ ఎనీ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్? కెన్ యూ ఏబుల్ టు స్టోర్ మోర్ దాన్ 500 GB?
No, sir.
500 GB తీసుకున్నారా మీరు హార్డ్ డిస్క్? యూ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు యాడ్ మోర్ దాన్ దట్? నో. ఎస్ అంటే
No, sir.
కన్స్ట్రెయింట్ ఉంది. సో కన్స్ట్రెయింట్ ఉన్న ఎలిమెంట్స్ దగ్గర you are supposed to load good number of programs more than 500 GB. It cannot accommodate. అందుకని ఏం చేయాలి? Whatever be the kind of program, you are supposed to write a algorithm or choose a particular algorithm in such a way that the time and space complexity of the algorithm should be minimum. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైందా what is time and space complexity of the algorithm? Why we are considering it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are good number of different approaches for designing a particular algorithm. So chala approaches unnai. Approaches lo there are good number of approaches like top down approach as well as bottom up approach. Usually we follow top down approach. Bottom up approach very rare cases lo we are supposed to follow. Top down approach lo ee diagram varaku ee roju cheptanu. Just observe this particular drawing. This figure is visible to you know.
Yes, sir.
So this is the complex algorithm, and complex algorithm again divided into 3 different modules. Module 1, Module 2 and Module N. So 3 different ante ikkada more than ante nenu Module 3 kindana pettukochu you can, or otherwise you can design in the form of a module n. And that means a good number of modules are available here. ఇక్కడ మీరు ప్రాజెక్ట్ చూస్తే యు ఆర్ ఇన్ ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో కూడా మీరు యూ పీపుల్ విల్ డిజైన్ ఫస్ట్. యూ పీపుల్ విల్ హ్యావ్ అన్ ఐడియా లైక్ వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ యూ ఆర్ సపోజ్ టు డూ, అండ్ యూ ఆర్ సపోజ్ టు డివైడ్ ద హోల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇంటూ గుడ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మాడ్యూల్స్. ఇదే చేస్తాం. దిస్ ఇస్ ద కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అప్రోచ్ వీఆర్ సపోజ్ టు డూ ఇట్. ఎందుకు మాడ్యూల్స్ చేయడం? వాట్ ఈస్ ద అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ సెపరేటింగ్ ఇట్ ఇంటూ మాడ్యూల్స్ వైజ్? డివైడ్ చేయడంలో ఏంటి అడ్వాంటేజ్ అని చెప్పండి.
It will be easy, sir.
It will be easy. What is the best example? An example చెప్పగలరా? నేను ఒకటి చెప్తాను చూడండి. Car. Everybody nowadays, everybody having car in their homes. Car is a single unit or a different modules, a combination of different modules. చెప్పాలి. Car ఓకే. కార్ అనేది ఒక ప్రాబ్లం. సపోజ్ థింక్ కార్ ఈజ్ ఏ ప్రాబ్లం ఆర్ ఏ కాంప్లెక్స్ ఆల్గరిథం. డూ యూ హ్యావ్ మాడ్యూల్స్ ఆన్ ఇట్ ఆర్ నాట్?
Yes, sir.
లేదా బైక్ అనేది తీసుకోండి. ఫర్ కార్ వరకు ఎందుకు? బైక్ అనేది ఒక కాంప్లెక్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆల్గరిథం కింద తీసుకుంటే బైక్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ హ్యాస్ గుడ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మాడ్యూల్స్. సి, ఇంజన్ ఈజ్ ఎ మాడ్యూల్, ఫ్రేమ్ ఈజ్ ఎ మాడ్యూల్, టైర్స్ ఆర్ సపోజ్ టు బి మాడ్యూల్, మడ్గర్స్ ఆర్ సపోజ్ టు బి మాడ్యూల్స్. అన్ని సెపరేట్ తయారవుతాయి. ఆల్ ద మాడ్యూల్స్ కెనాట్ బి ఆర్ ఆల్ ద కంప్లీట్ యూనిట్ ఆఫ్ బైక్ కెనాట్ బి డిజైన్ ఎట్ ఎ టైం. ఒకేసారి తయారవద్దు. ఇట్ ప్రిపేర్డ్. ఇప్పుడు టైర్లు సమ్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరర్ విల్ బి దేర్. హీ విల్ సెండ్ టైర్స్ టు యూ, హీ విల్ సెండ్ ట్యూబ్స్ టు యూ, అండ్ యూ ఆర్ సపోజ్ టు ఫిట్ దోస్ టైర్స్ అండ్ ట్యూబ్స్ టు ద frame, wheel frame, and once the wheel is prepared, then it is to be attached to the main frame, that is bike frame. And on the bike frame you are supposed to design or create engine separately and attach that particular one to the frame. idantha separate ga avutaya leda?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
idea vachinda? even cycle ana ante. Cycle kuda we are a combination of different modules, and once different modules are prepared separately, and if you club all the modules at one area, then it becomes a car or a bike or a bicycle. Antena?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
the
sir.
same way complex algorithm also divided in the form of good number of modules, and module again divided into submodules, and once all the submodules are created, it forms a module, and then different modules are created in that way, and it became a algorithm. So this is top-down approach. Complex algorithm are divided into modules. Module 1, n, module 2 to module n. That means any number of modules, and each module is subdivided into good number of modules. And once the output of all the submodules are combined to form a module 1 output, and all the modules, different modules output is nothing but a complex algorithm. Now is it clear? Top-down approach.
Yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. So now it is already 10. Your second class may start now. Okay. Thank you all. And read the book. Today I am supposed to send these particular notes via Edmodo. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you all. I am ending now.
Thank you, sir.